Hey everybody, it's my cooking show.
Hey!
It's Cooking with the Wilsons.
So today we're going to do, or you guys are going to do, a curried parsnip soup. Not like an Indian curry, not like the curry that you put on your chips, more like a Thai curry, so it's a little bit more chilli-like, a bit zesty. And we go through the ingredients with everybody. So we're going to use parsnips, obviously. We need lots of parsnips to make parsnip soup. And then we need what we call a mirepoix, which is leeks and celery, onions and carrots. That's a basic mirepoix in a kitchen. We're going to use a couple of potatoes. And then for our flavours, we're going to use red curry paste. We've got a little bit of chicken stock. I've got some nice coriander seeds, some fresh chilies. And we're going to use this, which is called a bouquet garni. I'm going to show you how to use that in a few minutes, with some thyme and bay leaves. And then later on, we're going to add a little bit of cream, although Sue doesn't like us using too much cream, but we're going to use a little bit just to smooth the whole thing out. And to finish it off, we're going to make a nice coriander creme fraiche, so it's kind of got that sourness. You guys have to do all the cooking today. I'm just going to direct you. Is that all right? Okay? So everybody get their tools out that's ready, and we'll get going. You're going to start peeling the potatoes? Okay, and when we've got all our peeling done, everybody got all their peeling done, all the dirty bit done, and we put it all in the bin and all to one side. Now we're going to chop up all the vegetables, okay? And it doesn't really matter how we chop them because we're going to make them into a puree in the soup later on, but we are trying to chop them all relatively even in size so that they all cook about the same size. You want to try cutting that one now? So we'll try it with a bigger knife here, and I'll just get it to go flat for you so it's nice and easy, flat. Okay, so if we cut it in half first, it's nice and flat. Okay, use this hand and keep that hand out of the way. Your fingers back in, curl them underneath so they're out of the way. That's it. That's better, isn't it? Bigger knife you needed. Very good. You can go a little bit bigger if you want to. So they're about the same size as the carrots.
So I'm rough chopping this for the soup.
Okay, and then the only thing we're going to hold off on is our potatoes, because first of all they'll go black on us, but secondly we're only going to put them in after we put the liquid. Okay, we don't sweat them off first, and I'll explain that again in a second. And Jake, we're just going to do a small amount of chilli, not too much to start with, and we'll keep some of the chilli back to garnish the soup later on. Now we've got most of the vegetables chopped, we can start cooking now, okay? Ready? We'll bring it over to the cooker. Okay, we start off, Jake, you put some olive oil in. So that's our leeks and our carrots. And now we put in the rest of the stuff then. That's the onions, the chilli, the parsnip and the celery. Come on in. So we're going to sweat that. You know what sweating down means?
No.
So it means that we're going to very lightly fry it, but no colour. So we want all the flavours to start coming out of the vegetables, all the water we want to start coming out of the vegetables before we start cooking. Okay? Okay, Jake, so while it's sweating down, you put in some salt and pepper. I'd say maybe 2 or 3 salts. A bit more. Okay, just give me a second to let him get it in there. Okay, now, while the vegetables are still sweating down, now we want to add the coriander seeds, please, Jake. Okay, now Emily, if you just move over a little bit and let Jake show everybody the chili paste. So in the chili paste, we've got chili, galangal, ginger, lemongrass, garlic, shallots. So this is a red Thai curry paste that you can buy in the store. It's very spicy, so we're not going to put it all in now. We'll only put in about half of it now. because we can always put in more later, but we can't take it back out again, okay? So put in about half, maybe a tiny bit more than that. Okay, very good. And then Emily, we just got to make sure that that's mixed up nice. So give it a good mix. Okay, I'll give it a good big stir for you. Make sure we got all that chilli all mixed up. You can see it all starting to spread. See all the little red going all over the parsnips now. Oh, lovely smells now, isn't there? Okay, and now Jake, we're ready for some water. So we can put hot or cold water in. The hot water will probably speed things up a little bit. And we're going to completely cover all the vegetables in the water. Okay, and we've one more vegetable we didn't add, Emily. The potatoes. So we didn't put any flour into the soup, this is gluten free. Okay, but we need something for it to emulsify, something to make everything all stick together. Because the parsnips don't really have enough starch in it, they'd just be a bit watery. So if we add in all the potatoes now, and we wouldn't have put them sauteing with the rest of the vegetables, because otherwise they would have stuck to the bottom of the pot because of the starch that's in them. Okay? And then our chicken stock, Jake. And you use vegetable stock or chicken stock, depending if you're vegetarian. Okay. So we've got a nice bit of a chicken gel. I think the gel is less salty than the bouillon, so I prefer using that. Then we've got one more trick up our sleeve. This is our bouquet garni, so we've got some nice thyme here and some bay leaves. But rather than trying to fish them out afterwards before we blend up the soup, we're going to keep them tied up with a piece of string. We can stick it down like that, and then we'll tie it to the handle of the pot to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and we can just pull it straight out afterwards. Is that a good idea?
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? It's a very old-fashioned way of doing things. Okay, so now you just have to let it cook. Okay, and then while the soup is cooking, we're just going to make up a little garnish to go with the soup afterwards. So Emily, you've got some sour cream.
It
Okay.
looks like yogurt.
It does look like yogurt, and we could use yogurt instead. You could use natural yogurt instead if you wanted it. If we're after something with a little bit of acidity, a little bit sour. And this is coriander, and what I want is these, see this, the way the roots have come up like this, so I want that because that's got all the flavours in it, so I'm going to cut them away like that. And then Jake has some nicely chopped chilli there, good job. A bit more chilli, but that's not too spicy, that chilli, so. And then our coriander, but we're going to make sure that we have, as well as the green, we're going to use all of this root. So it's really, really coriandery. Can you smell it? Can you smell it straight away?
I can't smell any. Oh yeah. It kind of smells like oranges.
A little bit. Put all that coriander in. Emily, you can give that a good mix for us. Nice. Now we just wait for the soup to cook. So, after about 30 minutes, simmering for about 30-35 minutes, all our vegetables gone nice and soft, and we can see now we can fish out our bouquet garni, so it's not going to get all caught up when we're just trying to blend the soup. Just cut that off. Okay, and we're going to use the soup gun on this one, Jake. We could put it in the jug blender, but the jug blender gets it really, really very, very smooth, but we kind of want a bit of a bite. Okay, Ben, so while Jake is pureeing it, you add the last ingredient, some cream in your reach. Good job. Okay, we're going to check the taste before you put the blender away.
Yeah.
It can be very hot now.
Nice.
Need anything? Is it spicy?
Yeah, spicy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too spicy.
Your eye
It's not too
taste
spicy.
You want a taste? I get you a spoon. As Emily finishes off with our nice coriander and chilli sour cream, that's our Thai curried parsnip soup made by you guys. Perfect for these cold wintry days and perfect with the soda bread we made last week. Isn't it? Nothing else left to do then. Enjoy.